Hello everyone. Whose picture do you see here? This is Ravindranath Tagore. We popularly know him as Kobi Guru. Kobi Guru Ravindranath Tagore or Rabindranath Thakur. He was a poet, a philosopher and an artist. A person who writes poems is called as poet. And a person who works, studies or is an expert on philosophy, that is wisdom, we call that person as a philosopher. And the one who draws is called as an artist. He wrote many stories, novels, poems, and dramas. He is also very well known for composing music. His writings greatly influenced Bengali culture. Like almost all his stories that you read, poems that you go through, it always emphasizes the Bengali culture. He also won the Nobel Prize for Literature. He was the first Asian to win the Nobel Prize for Literature. Ravindranath Tagore, popularly called as Gurudev, was born in Kolkata on 8th May 1861. His father was Maharishi Devendranath and mother Sharada Devi. It was a time of gloom and cheerlessness when India's soul almost lay prostrate at the feet of the foreign rulers. Gloom is sadness and cheerlessness, like no happiness. When India's soul, the whole of India, almost lay prostrate at the feet of foreigners, was always following whatever foreigners are telling. The first war of Indian independence, fought in 1857, was crushed, and there prevailed an uneasy peace and silence of the graveyard. Politically, India was deep in slavery and culturally in wilderness. People were foolishly aping the ways of the West, and there was hardly any ray of hope of light. So people were just imitating, that is called aping, imitating what Britishers were doing. Tagore was a great humanist, painter, patriot, poet, playwright, novelist, storyteller, philosopher, and educationalist. As a cultural ambassador of India, he gave a voice to the country and became an instrument in spreading the knowledge of Indian culture around the world. Tagore, as a child, did not like to go to school, and so he was taught at home. But you all can't be done that, right? You all have to go to school. But he then had that feasibility of not going to school and getting the teacher come to the house to teach him. He began to write from his early age. Tagore began to write poems, songs, and stories about different aspects of Indian culture and society. He was very talented, energetic, and wise, and whatever he touched was exceptionally enriched. His genius, like the rising sun, began to create wonders. He shed light and warmth and revived the mental and the moral spirit of the people. His writing proved path-breaking and revolutionary. He was full of anguish, pain, and sorrow at the Jallianwala Bagh tragedy, in which General Dyer and his soldiers had killed hundreds of innocent civilians and wounded thousands of others on 13th April 1999 in Amritsar. You remember? This massacre agitated and worked up Tagore so much that he could not sleep the whole night when he heard about it. He once decided to renounce and relinquish his knighthood as a protest and immediately penned a letter to the viceroy. He went to knight and he immediately protested that no, I do not want it. The time has come when the pledges of honor make our shame glaring in his incongruous context of humiliation. And I, for my part, wish to stand shorn of all special distinctions by the side of my countrymen, who for their so-called insignificance are liable to suffer degradation, not tit for human beings. This is what he wrote. Those days, Tagore did not have a roadmap for India's freedom, but his national sentiments and patriotism were of the highest order. He was a great poet, philosopher, and visionary, and voice of the country. He was a great nationalist, but his patriotism ultimately marched suitably into the internationalism. Tagore was against divisions, boundaries, and discriminations on the basis of territory, geography, race, etc. He believed in oneness of life and its expression. He tried his best to bring the people of the world close to one another through his message of love, brotherhood, peace, and poetry. Tagore radiated universal love and harmony through his works and life. He knew patriotism is essentially, it is good and healthy, but to a certain limit only. And after that limit, neither it was enough nor desirable. He had declared, "My country that is forever India, the country of my forefathers, the country of my children, my country has given me life and strength. And again, I shall be born in India again. With all her poverty, misery, and wretchedness, I love India best." But he did not stop there and embraced the whole humanity. He believed and firmly that patriotism is never enough and it should expand into universal love, brotherhood, and in a concept of one world dispensation. Rabindranath Tagore was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature on 13th November 1913 for his collection and so beautiful and lyrical poems called Gitanjali. It was a moment of great pride and honor for all the Indians. He was the first Indian to get this honor and decoration. Gitanjali was published in 1910. He also composed Puravi, the evening songs, and the morning songs. He wrote on many subjects: social, political, cultural, religious, moral, etc. Rabindranath Tagore wrote Manushi in 1890, a collection of social and political poems stamped with the mark of his early genius and art. Most of his work deal with life, land, and the people of Bengal. He chiefly wrote in Bengali. Rabindranath Tagore collection of stories entitled Golpoguchcho portrays the poverty, illiteracy, and backwardness of the people so well and effectively. His other well-known poetry collections include Shonar Tori, The Golden Boat, Chitra, Kalpana, Noibuddha. His plays include Chitrangada and Malini, Gora, Raja and Rani, Binodini, Nauka Dubi, and his novels. Rabindranath Tagore was also a great educationist and founded a unique university called Shanti Niketan. He never sought God in the privacy of a cave, ashram, or temple, but in the people and humanity at large. He once said, "Deliverance is not for me. In reunification, I felt the embrace of freedom in the thousand bonds of delight." The voice and song of humanity, a great son of India, a great bard and lover of nature, died in Kolkata, 7th August 1941. A few years before India's independence in 1947. He also gave India its national anthem. You know what is our national anthem? Jana Gana Mana. Truly, whatever his genius touched turned into gold and immortality. Thank you.